All right, so you guys want to be careful about something that I'm going to talk about here in a second. But I just want to let you guys know that this probably isn't a huge deal. I don't want people to blow this out of proportion, but I do want to make you guys aware of something that I was made aware of by another person that I'm subscribed to, Mad Little Pixel. I'm going to leave a link below and in the, well, not below, in the end screen card so you guys can click on his video for more information. I'm just going to give you the broad strokes of it because I don't feel like making this a longer video than it needs to be. But there's a weird problem going on with buying used Switch 1 games. And I want to make you guys aware of it. So just be forewarned that this may happen to you if you buy used Switch 1 games from anywhere, GameStop, flea markets, garage sales, marketplaces, whatever. eBay, Mercari, places like that. Just be aware that this could be an issue. And I don't want to make it out bigger than it needs to be, or than it is, because I really don't think this is going to be a huge issue. But I want to make you guys aware of it. So let's get into this video. If you do like this video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, all the good stuff. You guys know the drill. Anyway, let's get into this and talk about this weird Switch 1 game issue that one user has reported on Reddit. And if I can find the Reddit post about it, I'll link it below. But Mad Little Pixel shows a lot of it in his video. I don't feel like digging through Reddit to find it, but I'll try to find it after I record this video so you guys can check out the post for yourself. But basically, according to this user, now they could be making this story up or whatever. I'm assuming they're not. They didn't provide screenshots or anything, so take it at face value. But either way, if this story is made up, this probably could still happen. So apparently, they bought some games off of Facebook Marketplace, and when they after they bought them, they put them in to update the games, patch them for Switch 2. Well, apparently, like a day or so later, a couple hours later, whatever it was, their account was banned, and they didn't understand why until they thought about it more, and they realized that the person they bought them from probably had dumped the games at some point with like a MIG switch or a hacked switch or whatever. Whatever way they dumped it. And once you dump a game and that the original owner has that copy of the game, they're technically the only ones allowed to play any version of that game, whether it be the dumped version or the physical version. From what I'm gathering, I could be wrong about this. I don't know. There might be more information in the Reddit post about it, but that's what I'm gathering. Because every time you dump any Switch game, they have like specific like identifying markers or like keys each game, even if it's like a second copy of a different game. I think they all still have like a different marker to them or a different like key thing to them, basically. So when that person put it in to their Switch 2, it was flagged because in Nintendo's end user license agreement, they have it to where it says something along the fact of like that if you play any kind of pirated software or something that's been like tampered with, they can ban your account or something like that. Basically, somewhere in the end user license agreement, it says something to the effect of like if you play a game that's been tampered with or any way, shape, or form, or your system's been hacked or whatever, we'll ban your account. And therein lies the problem with buying used games. How are we supposed to know if a game's been dumped? That's the issue. We're not. And that's the thing that people are getting kind of like weary about when they buy used stuff. I mean, the good thing is if you buy a game used and like it's somewhere that knows you well enough and that knows like what the Make Switch is, or you can make them aware of it, you could probably get your money back. And the best thing is you can get your account banned if you can like prove it to Nintendo in some way that you didn't know the game you bought used was tampered with in it anyway. And that's how the person said, like, over chat, they sent like a screenshot of the marketplace listing, and that was enough for Nintendo to be like, oh, okay, you didn't know, we'll unban your account. And that was that. But my problem with it is, my issue with this is, what if you buy it from a flea market or a garage sale? Like, how are you going to prove it if you buy it from somewhere else? That's like not GameStop or whatever, or a convention or a vendor or something. Because I buy used shit all the time, man. Like, I'm not ashamed to say I don't always buy new Switch games. I bought used crap before. A lot of my Switch games are new, but I bought used stuff before. Who's to say that I'm going to be able to prove if I buy a used game from my friend at the flea market? How can I prove it to them that I didn't know it was a dumped, that again, that's been dumped or tampered with? How are you gonna prove that to them if you have no like tangible screenshot proof? Unless you like, see, I don't know, like, unless you do like a card purchase and like you have that digital receipt or whatever. But a lot of times, my wife and I, when she buys stuff with her card, and you use like the Square thing, we don't usually have that proof. Now, when we buy Switch games, I might have to have her start getting a receipt just in case of that, and that's what I would recommend you guys doing too. If you don't buy with cash at flea markets if you can, or GameStops or wherever. Well, GameStops, it won't matter because you have the receipt. But keep your receipts. Is what, have proof some way, shape, or form that you bought that used game, but you didn't know it was a game that was tampered with or dumped. Because that's what worries me. It's like, if someone does it, how are they going to prove it to Nintendo that, unless they like call Nintendo like with their support number, which I've had to do once before. I forget what it was for, but it's not that bad to do it. But the chat thing is way easier. But what are they gonna do? Like, call Nintendo as they're like talking with the person they bought it from? Like, oh, I didn't know it was on the store owner. I didn't know it was a game that was dumped. Like, they're not gonna know to ask people that when they trade in used Switch games. And even if they do, the person could easily lie to them. Because there's no way to easily test if a game's been dumped or not. Because like I said, it was like a day or two later. It wasn't like instantly they put it in and they got banned. You probably have to like start it up or something to have it get flagged or something. I don't know how that works. That's what worries me. But do I think it's going to be a really big issue? I don't think so. But the thing that worries me the most is I have seen stupid like Facebook Reels and YouTube Shorts and stuff like that, and probably TikToks and Instagram Reels and stuff that have shown like basically the big switch, not calling it the big switch, but that's what it is. Basically saying, oh, I bought this for my son, daughter, whatever, and it has hundreds of Nintendo Switch games for free for the cost of this one cartridge. Like, I've seen multiple videos talking about that, where to buy it from, and like basically pirate Switch games. But that has nothing to do with the dumping aspect, the dumper. But what I'm saying is, the Make Switch is still out there. The dumpers, I don't think, are like produced anymore by the company that made the Make Switch. So that's why I'm not super worried about it, because it's not like there's like hundreds of thousands of Make Switch card dumpers out there. I really don't think there is. But it is a very small issue that I want to make you guys aware of. So just be careful out there when you're buying used Switch 1 games. Switch 2 games maybe in the future, but probably not. But yeah, just be careful out there. And Nintendo, you gotta really work on this, because this is like the way you're doing it. Like, I get it, but at the same time, you gotta find a better way to flag games that have been used, that have been dumped, because a lot of people aren't gonna know what the hell the Make Switch is, or a dumper is, or that their game's been dumped. Like, you maybe have like I want to say maybe have the thing where you go into like the Nintendo Switch Online app, and like the Super Nintendo one or Nintendo one, and it checks to make sure you can play the game. Like, have you register that game or something in some way to a person's account, and then not like when they go to sell it, they can deregister it or something. I don't know, but you have to figure out something to like mitigate this, because it could become a big issue. I don't think it will be one in the future, but I just want to make you guys aware of it. Anyway, that'll do it for me today with this video. Like I said, don't freak out about this. I don't think it's a huge deal. I just want to make you guys aware of it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I got for you today. So hopefully you guys found this video informative and enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. This has been Rolling with Kevin, and I am rolling out. Peace. Thank you all for watching this video. If you did like it, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, click the bell button for all notifications so you get notified if I go live, post a video, post on my community page, or anything like that if YouTube does notify you. Sometimes it doesn't always do it, but hopefully it does for you guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for supporting me on Patreon. Shoutouts go to my patrons, Sonny Silva, Catfish Cat, Lee Fernay, Team Dale, Elliot Scott, Mac and Dude, Preliab, Harry Fernandez, William Scott, AJ Gottawa, Oliver Frederick, Lynn Ernhorn, Marcus Malahi, Brianna, Nuclear Reactive Man, Rebecca H., Just Good Enough, Gorgon Koluskovic, Justin M. Daggins, Daniel Childs, Patrick Oliver, and Harold Huckabee. Thank you all so much. I really do appreciate it. If you do want to support the channel, it's only $1 a month. That's all I ask. It really does help with the channel a lot to keep this going. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And this has been Rolling with Kevin, and I am rolling out.